employees in order to try and make the company more profitable.
And the reason why, chat, spoiler alert, Dragon Fucker, thank you for the 5 months. I agree with your name. The reason why, by the way, chat, is because antitrust laws in the US are heavily focused on consumer rights. There were the things that occurred, specifically big oil, that caused antitrust laws to...
Good morning, everyone. Have a lovely day. Thank you for just being yourselves. Nick Tuha, Nick Dance, and Nick Tuha.
Type behavior, Twitch.
Yeah. Thank you for the 18 months, false sir. The big oil industry that caused antitrust laws to be enacted in the first place were all based on consumer protections, so that you as a consumer aren't getting absolutely fucked every time you want to go buy oil, right? But we don't actually have good antitrust laws that protect workers. So basically, pretty consistently, every single corporation is fucking their workers. And not in the good way.
We'll get to that in a second. Let's start off where I want to start off. Penguinzo says Twitch is dead.
Clickbait. There was a new policy on Twitch that was announced today that will legitimately destroy the platform, with the majority of streamers choosing to go elsewhere if it goes into effect. Now, this was announced like 3 or 4 hours ago, but I decided to wait a little bit to see what Twitch would respond with, because the backlash has been considerable. Everyone is rightfully furious about this, and I just kind of wanted to let it all simmer, let Twitch kind of marinate in this witch's cauldron here and see how they would respond to all of it. So I went and played basketball, which is why I'm very sweaty right now, and I've just got home, and it turns out they did respond. I expected them to respond with something like...
Title is it clickbait? Okay, bro. I mean, look. First of all, Charlie played basketball before this, okay? That's how you know the severity of the situation. He came in sweaty, looking hot and bothered, okay? But what I will say is, yes, if Twitch implements what they're talking about, if Twitch implements what they're fucking talking about, then it is, you know, it's massively, it's a massive issue. It's a massive problem. I don't know if it would cause the end of Twitch, but it would make the platform worse overall. Okay, certainly. We'll get to it. I'm sure Charlie will cover it. I need to grab a jacket. I'm
cold. Our sincerest apologies. Earlier this afternoon, we were coming down with a severe case of big fucking idiot disease. Turns out one of our employees replaced our water with plutonium and stupid juice. So we had radioactive brain rot when we came up with this idea. We're scrapping it. We're sorry. That's what I expected. But they went in a different direction. They went with a very pathetic attempt to save face and backpedal. So we're just going to go over this whole situation.
This is literally Twitch. This is every single employee at Twitch, except instead of it saying bone hurting juice, it says brain hurting juice. Kat, thank you for the 30 months. Thank you.
From top to bottom here. It was revealed today that Twitch has put sponsored content.
It is. Yeah, they deleted this tweet for good reason, and it's because the tweet shows, because for anyone, I get that a lot of people didn't see this, and to be quite honest, chat, I want to be very clear. Oh, I have a lot of opinions on everything. I want to be very clear that about a couple things. I think some of the streamers that have talked about this have been very cringe. Okay, so can we talk about something really quickly? I'm going to take a pause. I'm going to stun lock in this video. Some of the streamers that have talked about this have been very cringe, and a lot of this big, like all of the massive streamers, this doesn't impact them like at all. Like it's almost irrelevant to these creators, because at a certain size, you can kind of like fuck off to a different platform, and you can just be like, I'm gonna go to Kick, and your audience will follow you because you're so big. It's like you're too big to fail, right? And also, like, you can just go to YouTube, like you can just do, you know what I mean? You can just go anywhere else that you want to go, right? Jeff, thank you for the 29 months. Thank you. Ninja, LOL, yeah. But every other creator that isn't like a 10K Andy is getting absolutely fucked, or like a 5K Andy. If you are smaller than that, you're getting so screwed by so many of these policies, just day in and day out. Like, It's a joke. It's just a massive joke. I'm trying to find what I was thinking about why I brought even the Stunlock in the first place. Oh, I remember. Did you guys see the OTK like document statement? Did you guys see it? You guys know what I'm talking about? No. Mizkiff had a good take. Yeah, no. To be clear, I will stand by Mizkiff's statement. Yeah, it's not hard to have a good take on this, and he had a good take on this. Good for him. Happy for him. But the fucking OTK statement was what? Who wrote this? Who fucking wrote this? I don't know how many. Can I get ones in chat if you read this and twos if you didn't read this?
Denim stream, best part of my day. Remember to burn yourself into the stream forever by subbing to Denims. It's only
true.
$5. Or steal Bess's money with Prime.
Okay, you guys ready for this shit? Are you guys ready for this? Dear Twitch, every so often we find ourselves catching an unsolicited glimpse of our own reflection. This blunt collision with reality serves as a brutal but necessary reminder that our existence, while beautiful at times, is temporal, and that the decisions we made yesteryear will inevitably catch up to us, despite our best efforts to the contrary. Today, decisions have caught up quickly. The backlash you're receiving today, while seemingly specific, is the result of what now feels like years of anti-creator policy. It's the chickens coming home to roost. Or in this case, the frogs. The once unique and admirable vision of a creator-first platform now feels like a fading and distant dream. Reductions to creator subscription revenue, the inconsistent moderation policies, and attacks on creators' ability to pursue their own independent revenue streams have transformed Twitch into one of the least creator-friendly platforms in social media, and have undermined the very ecosystem that helped Twitch become what it is. And unlike in the past, these changes have come at a time when live streaming landscape has never been more competitive. Who wrote this? Who wrote this? That's only half. That was only half. That was literally only half of it. Who wrote this? a fucking Redditor wrote this. Me trying to hit the word count. I know Miskiff didn't write this shit. I know Asmongold didn't write this shit. I know those two motherfuckers did not write this shit. Who wrote it? Why is it written this way? Okay. Can you guys please talk like human beings? Please? My money's on Seer. No, because Seer is normal. He wouldn't write something like this. Fiverr? Yeah, they hired someone on Fiverr, or it was ChatGPT. Even ChatGPT doesn't type like this. This was not, okay. I just wish they wrote it like human beings, okay? Seer is normal. He is normal. Seer is the most normal person in OTK, okay? Genuinely. All right. Yeah, I just wanted to, I know that that's mean and I'm being a bit of a hater or whatever, but yeah. And verily we saith to the Twitch, nay, content creators can existeth in this paltry ecosystem thee has wrought. It's like, why? Session, thank you for the 20 months, thank you. Have you watched his YouTube? Lest the desire. Nay, banish it. Last. Naomi, thank you so much for the 21 months, by the way. I missed some. Oh, Basti, thank you so much for the gift sub. Thank you. That's what I missed. Banish it. Last. Okay. I wanted to mark that for a second. But yeah, they're right. They're right in their statements. Maybe we'll watch the Miskit video a little bit later. Maybe we'll watch the Miskit video in a bit. Okay. Now, we can get back to the video. Oh, before we get back to the video. So this was the tweet that came out from Twitch. So Twitch posted this and said, formats permitted with limitation, logos on stream brand overlays are limited to 3% of screen size. And they said that it was something like, in one of their backpedal tweets, they were like, no, you guys misunderstood what we said. And they were trying to gaslight creators, and they were like, no. It's not that we're wrong. It's that you guys don't know how to read. And to which I say, dude, this is a picture evidence of like not a company. This is like a music streamer, or that they're supposed to be trying to show a music streamer. And also 3% of your screen chat is like, it's about 4 emotes in terms of size. Emotes are, I believe they're 28 by 28. What they're suggesting is that it should be like a 60 by 60 pixel. It's a joke. It's a joke. 3% is way less than that example. This is not 3%, by the way. It's smaller than that. Yeah. And then they also said, like, you're not allowed to do any it says formats limited or not allowed. Inserted/burned in video ads. You may not insert video ads directly on your streams. And this is showing what I showed you guys earlier. Like any ads that are like, hey, please play this clip on your stream for 2 minutes. You're not allowed to do that anymore. And then later they tried to gaslight us. They were literally like, no, we didn't say that. What? The tweet shows a picture of us saying that? Well, what if we delete the tweet? What if we just delete it? What if we just delete the tweet and then we continue to gaslight you? It's like, what? Whoa, dude. Okay, we'll get back to the video.
And branded content in their crosshairs to try and fucking slap. So formats permitted with the new guidelines on branded content on Twitch are logos on stream. So branded overlays are limited to 3% of screen size at most. So any branded overlays can only be 3% of screen size. That means like if you have a G Fuel sponsorship or something, you can only have like G Fuel in the 3% of your screen area. You can no longer have burned in video ads, meaning you can't play like your own ads during it or ads of another brand that's working with you. You also can't have display ads, so like banner ads, which is a big one because a lot of sponsored game streams require banner ads, which completely removes that, which is a huge hit to most streamers. We'll get into the specifics in a moment. And then you can't have audio ads played during streams.
Yeah, they want to keep everyone on Twitch and kill networking out completely. Yeah, a lot of people have talked about the potential on like why they would do this, right? Because I think everybody put yourself into like the shoes of like a general Twitch streamer, okay? Most Twitch streamers rely on sponsors. Most Twitch streamers really, really do. Like, I mean, Twitch still takes 50% of all of my sub revenue. And it's out of my hands. Like, it doesn't matter how many subs I have. It literally doesn't matter. Twitch is just going to take 50% no matter what. And then on top of that, they're saying, actually, no, we're not even going to allow you to make money on sponsors. And some people have speculated that the reason why they're doing this is for one very specific reason. Twitch wants to fuck you. They want you to have to rely on them for income. And they probably want to have some type of sponsor system integrated within Twitch. That if you want to do sponsors on your stream, you have to go through Twitch to give you the ads, and then they would take half of that. Because from my understanding, that's basically what they did with bounties for a bit. Like the bounty board. They would bring you sponsors, but then they would take a fuck ton of that money. So a lot of people have speculated that's what they want to do. They want you to have to come to them for the sponsors, but then they want to take a nice juicy cut off the top. So Twitch executives essentially are saying, hey, we see you making money and we're not taking any of that money, and that's a problem. So what if you had to go through us so that we could take that money? Twitch is ruining their platform. Why? I literally couldn't tell you. for fun. As a treat. As a treat, we'll destroy our platform as a treat. Twitch is an abuser, okay? I'm writing my twit longer on Twitch and my abusive relationship with Twitch. They're just greedy as fuck. They are, 100%. They're just too greedy to earn money so much. They're just too greedy to earn money so much so that as soon as possible. Sorry, I can't read that sentence. My brain cells. My story. Trigger warning. Twitch. The thing is, they had to know that this was going to get massive backlash. I mean, what were they thinking? You were bold to think that they were thinking. Okay? That's very bold. The thing that's confusing to me is like, this is the worst time to do this. This is genuinely the worst time to do this when YouTube arguably is really improving their streaming platforms, like the section of their platform that's dedicated to streaming. The only reason that YouTube isn't prioritizing streaming is because they know that shorts are where it's at. Ka-chow. Thank you, Zulu. Thank you for the 9 months. So, like, as soon as YouTube feels like they have an algorithm that's good for shorts, they're going to move on to streaming 100%. Does YouTube even have a live section at all? YouTube doesn't have technically like a live section, but they have a couple features that essentially work as live sections. So YouTube has like a home and it's got like a shorts page. What they need to do is a live section. Obviously, you can work around this, and YouTube has, in my opinion, a better system than most other platforms. So like, for example, here, you can press live, and it'll only show you live streams that it'll think that you like. As you can see, all of my live streams are like, gentle rain, calm your anxiety, relaxing music, lo-fi, hip-hop. You're in an empty place for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Sleep with rain and thunder sounds for sleeping. Help study PTSD. You know, that's it. And then I guess like an ASMR girly. But it is showing me, it's showing me Dr. Lupo. So they have a section, Phineas and Ferb, full episodes, Disney XD. Also, YouTube has a better format for like, tell me a live stream you guys would like to watch. How about Diablo streams? That's a good one. Diablo 4 Barbarian. Okay? Check this out.
Swift Rage 300 Twitch has just been burying themselves the past couple years as some head.
Mm-hmm. You can do filters, and then you can press live. And it'll only show you live streams that it thinks are Diablo 4 Barbarian. And it's actually doing it. This is a better search system than Twitch.
It's me, Alex Jones. I think you're onto something here, but you miss huge red flags about this whole Twitch streaming thing. I believe the leaders at the top of the company are actually fly-eating lizard people who were planted there by Kick and Rumbles to force other streamers off to those stream sites. I've got the documents, and I'm full of bull growth hormone and gorilla male enhancement products. So you know my brain's firing on all cylinders.
That is a good point. That is a good point. Fuck, I knew it. I'm really sad that the lizard conspiracy theory always devolves into anti-Semitism. Because you have to admit, the idea that some people think that, like, a section of our population is lizards is really funny. Why couldn't it just stop at lizards? Because it would be hilarious. It would be so fucking funny. But anyways, yeah, I would argue that, like, YouTube, at the very least, YouTube has, like, some search feature. The problem is that they're not very good about, like, promoting live streams, which isn't great. But, yeah. It is. Just look at Zuckerberg. Zuckerberg is an android, not a lizard, okay? That guy is AI for sure. It would be so much fun if it weren't for the anti-Semitism. It's true. It's an insult to reptiles. Yeah. Yeah. Google chat. The worst thing about YouTube streaming is the chat. Genuinely, I'm not even joking, Jen. I'm not even joking. The day that YouTube makes their chat good, like I want to go to YouTube. The day that like YouTube chat is actually good, the temptation to go to YouTube is going to be very strong. It's so Jover once they do. I think that YouTube just doesn't realize how important the chat is for a live format. Because currently YouTube chat sucks. YouTube chat, I just get two types of people. Boomers and people who are confused why they're being recommended a stream, which is basically the same group. Like when I did a bit of YouTube streaming, it was like a lot of people that were like, so what are you doing? And I'm like, what do you mean? What am I doing? What? Hello? who like grandpuppy on the computer again? They have to fix the overall UI when watching the live. But yeah, the chat is buggy. And there's a lot of things about YouTube streams that are better, to be clear, by the way, chat. The fact that YouTube streams automatically save the VODs in an easy format are pretty good, is pretty good. Also, the fact that you can go back in YouTube streams relatively seamlessly is pretty amazing. Whereas Twitch, we all agree that the Twitch UI sucks. Like the fact that you can't go back in the VOD without like having to go through is just so annoying. It's so annoying. Like let's say I want to go see Nick's stream, aka Melena's stream, and I want to watch this. If I want to go back in the stream, I have to this is the stupidest system. I have to click on this, okay? And then I have to scroll down, and then I have to find the broadcast, and then I can rewind. Who made this system? Who did this? Oh, I saw that ISO star. I usually just type exclamation point or sorry, / videos behind it. It's so bad. Yeah. Also, the VOD takes ages to load. Yeah. Whereas YouTube live streams, why did I close it? YouTube live streams, let's say I'm watching someone's like Diablo 4
Systems
Barbarian.
Pepe.
Oh, you missed something and you want to go back and watch it? Oh, I missed the streamer was just talking about something really cool. Back button, back button, back button. Like literally. I can't show you guys because my keyboard doesn't have enough slack on it. You can just do, wait, it does actually have enough slack. That's it. It's that simple. It's that simple. You stream on YouTube at the moment? No, because I literally can't because they won't allow me to multi-stream. Isn't that great? Isn't that sick? So yeah, there's a live section on the left. Oh, there is, but you have to like click. It should just be, my opinion is just that like, you shouldn't have to do this. It should be here. They have so much space. Live should just be right here. It should just be like home, shorts, live. Like on the home page, it should be easy to just immediately click. Okay. So I think YouTube has a good framework. They just need a little bit, I think honestly, they just need a good streamer in their base. They need like streamers in some of these meetings, in my opinion. In my opinion, they just need streamers in these meetings to talk about stuff. Okay.
They clarify what is allowed, which is branded panels on the channel page or showcasing products in the stream background or links to other sites that promote things, discussing, endorsing, or unboxing products, and playing sponsored games. The last one's a little silly considering that when you play sponsored games, part of that package almost always includes at least one of the things that is now forbidden with the new policy changes they're toying around with. Now, all of these are huge changes. A lot of streamers have talked about this. I've talked about this. The vast majority of revenue...
I recall before the parasocial era, Twitch viewers were calling for a limit on how much screen space was occupied by advertisements. I've literally never heard that before.
Yeah, I also have never heard this before. And I've been on Twitch for like 5 years? Probably like 5, maybe 6 years? Right now, the only thing that I hear viewers talk about is the fucking ads. The ads are just unbearable. That's some Justin TV shit, I think. Oh, okay, yeah. It like, cause I know as a fucking viewer, I hate the ads so much. I hate the ads so much. And literally, streamers can't do anything. The only time ads are annoying is when they block the content on screen. Yeah, because I think most people are willing to deal with like a banner ad. You know? I think most people are willing to deal with like unintrusive ads where you can still watch the stream. The fact that like you can be watching a stream and suddenly it just cuts to an ad is just insane. Like, Who thought it was acceptable that in the middle of a stream you can be watching and the streamer's like, okay guys, I'm really excited to tell you guys the big news here. I'm really excited. So tomorrow's stream, what we're going to be doing, okay? This is really big news. This is a really, really big announcement. Tomorrow's stream, what we're going to do is that we are going to be the first stream ever to
breathe, activated by the water that you and I drink. It's Mother Nature approved, then it's safe on your colored fabrics. Use it on carpets. OxyClean seeks out organic stains, pet stains, food stains that get down into the matting, into the...
And the worst part is, you know you just missed something on stream. And then it's fucking 3 minutes of this. You're triggering me right now? I'm sorry. I really am sorry. And you can't go back? Yeah. And then you can't even rewind. It's like, it's so shit. It's so bad. Oh.
Not gonna lie, if I'm served a Billy Mays ad, you know I'm watching it fully. Rest in peace, the GOAT Billy Mays.
Okay, you're right. You are right. I can't watch Twitch without ad block, yeah. And if you go back, you're behind the stream because it's live. Yep. Like, YouTube has such a good system. YouTube has such a good live streaming system. It's so good. It's so good. But, because on YouTube, you can just 2x the stream so that you can catch up. Anyways, okay, we'll get back to the video.
I don't understand why someone would have an issue with that. The 3% advertisement is specifically about, like, you know, it's usually like an ad placement, right? That's how big it normally is. But it's dumb because, like, no one really abides by that because you just resize it on your own. Like, this is, I don't know what percentage the Kaya Cam is occupying right now. I don't know what percentage the Kaya Cam is occupying at this moment. I don't know what percentage the Kaya Cam is occupying at this moment. You know, that kind of thing is, like, really fucking silly. Now, there used to be an anti-shill mentality. Okay, that makes sense. Like, being anti-advertisement makes sense. I'm sure that there was, like, a point where people were like, oh, I don't like that. I know that doesn't matter. You want to know how I know that doesn't matter? Not a single one of those, like, old school Twitch watchers will ever praise someone like myself for not really having any sponsorships whatsoever that I...
Is that true? Cannot tell. I'm not old school enough. HCF, thank you for the 11 months.
Deliberately keep that way. So ultimately, I'm pretty sure that is irrelevant in this conversation. That those days are long gone, and even then it doesn't really matter. I think most people are frustrated by the ads that come at the top of the hour. The 3-minute ad break, for example, which comes at the top of every hour. That's what people are upset about, like unskippable ads, which I think is an issue.
In the interest of time, this is me. This is me talking. So true.
Here's the 3-minute ad break. Now, regardless, I think I'll be all right.
And also, it's really sad because, like, people like me and people like Hasan, we literally have to run a 3-hour ad break in order to turn off pre-rolls. Like, I have to run. Did I say 3 hours? Sorry. A 3 minute. 3 minute. Sorry, 3 minute. We literally have to run a 3-minute ad break in order to turn off pre-roll ads. It's just sad. It's like every single hour, 3 minutes. She just gave Twitch a new idea. No.
So yeah, please subscribe so I do not fall off. Okay. So where was I? As far as Twitch's sponsorship changes goes, it's already in the fucking terms of service, but them putting this out there makes it seem like they're going to actually follow through on it. It's in the YouTube terms of service, as Mogul Mail also brought up yesterday. Okay. Sayrar, thank you for the 5 gifted. Flucky, thank you for the 10 gifted. Now, bring back sub count. My sub count is public. You can see it. You just need to hit !subs and it will tell you. There you go. Or !sub count. and it will automatically tell you how many subs I have. So Twitch made this ridiculous announcement in the middle of the night, as they usually do. Okay. And obviously there was a lot of backlash around it, but I don't really care from the perspective of what watchers used to think about ad space or whatever. I look at this as someone who is only talking about it from the perspective of a content creator generating value for the platform and what the platform's decisions mean for said content creators and why they are taking this action against the content creators. Twitch is trying to siphon more money from their content creators, okay? That's it. That's the only reason. It is absolutely unbearable to have this conversation over and over again with people who are hitting it from any other angle. This is what companies do, okay? Twitch is owned by Amazon. Amazon wants Twitch to be profitable, and instead of finding unique ways of expanding into a broader audience base with marketing initiatives and new products that you are releasing, instead of finding new mechanisms for monetization, Twitch has decided to do what companies have done time and time again: milk the workers. Now, of course, it sounds funny when you say workers because, work, omega lol, job.
Yeah. People, yeah. I'm very happy that this is the community that it is, because I'm very happy that people actually recognize that streaming is work. It's it is a privilege to have streaming as your career, but it is still work. And regardless of your opinion on whether or not streamers work harder than other groups of people or whatever, and if you work for any company and any company is taking some money off of your paycheck, you should be able to demand better working rights. Quick, everybody, let's make fun of Denim. You know what I mean? Genuinely, chat, I'm in awe at how much I have worked in the past 2 weeks. I literally, kind of similar to the writer's strike. Yeah, exactly. It is a lot of work. What job takes 50% of your money? Yeah. I mean, well, some jobs do. I literally have had enough time for one game that lasted 20 minutes in the past 2 weeks, which is insane. Insane. My schedule for the past half a year has been insane. It's been really, really fucked. But in the past 2 weeks, it's been extra fucked. It's been extra fucked. Twitch sees streamers the same exact way that Lyft, Uber views their drivers. They'll screw you over in the exact same ways, even down to the structure where one group of users drive revenue to another group. Yeah. And the reality is on Twitch, no Diablo. I'm literally so sad. I have a friend who's currently texting me telling me this. They wanted to play Diablo yesterday, and I didn't have the time to play Diablo because I was working all day. And I told them I would be free today, and I wasn't, or sorry, I would be free yesterday, and I wasn't free yesterday to play Diablo, and I let them down. And I messaged them at midnight, and I was like, I'm going to bed. I'm sorry. I didn't have any time to play. And they just texted me, well, Denim, as much as the update is appreciated, this is the last straw. I've put out a hit for you. That is how fucked my schedule is. I literally can't even play video games with my friends that I want to play with, that want to play with me. Oh my God, Jojo, thank you for the 3 months. Hi. Harsh, but fair. So I'm just, it's just, yeah, skill issue. True. And again, streaming is still a privilege. At no point during any of this conversation do I want anyone in chat to be like, your job is so hard. Your job is so hard. You stream and you make your own hours and you're your own boss. How hard? It's no. I recognize the privilege that I have. As someone who used to work Why not stream Diablo 4? I don't like to stream games. It gives me anxiety. As someone who used to work 12-hour shifts with a 4-hour commute while going to school, I have worked shit jobs. Okay. I've had shitty managers. I've had shitty bosses. I've had shitty employees. I've had shitty commutes. I've had shitty hours. Okay. I have worked shit jobs. And I can tell you, for me personally, streaming is still the most time-consuming, energy-consuming job I've ever had. Also, the difficulty doesn't matter. Twitch is still stealing an enormous amount of the value you're creating for them. Yeah. It's like with content, with streaming, if you want to be a content creator, basically until you hit success where you are making enough money that you can start feasibly saving up to pay for retirement, because content also is not something you can do forever. You can work like a 9-to-5 job for like 40, 50 years. You can't do content for 40, 50 years. You can't. Every single content creator that takes content very seriously has like a retirement plan where they're like, I need to work myself to the bone for the next decade so that I can retire when I want to retire. Because eventually, like, to be clear, I'm very lucky that like I like to talk about politics and I like to argue. And I'm an insufferable asshole in this regard, because politics is something that kind of can be around for forever. But like for a lot of people, like the vast majority of streamers can't do streaming forever. Their game might die. People might just lose interest, you know? You might, as a content creator, just randomly fall off. Like, we're on how many iterations of Minecraft streamers? We've seen like 5 iterations of Minecraft streamers come and go. You know? Magic Fire Truck, thank you for the 4 months. Thank you. And like the way that I would describe it is kind of like this. I'll show you guys. Everybody take out the crayons. Take out the crayons. Like, let's put this here. Let's say this is time. This is effort. Okay. Let's say this point is the point of success. So success, I would classify success. Is success with 2 C's? I think so. Let me just double check. Yeah. I would classify success as the point where you can feasibly start preparing for retirement. Okay? Wait. Overtime. Yeah. You have to put in basically like this much effort all the time. And then once you reach a point of success, you can start putting in this much effort. This is like, because this excess effort here is like extra work to try and promote yourself in algorithms, to like cross promote yourself on different platforms, to hit success, right? And then once you've reached that point of success, you can just do maintenance. It's kind of like trying to lose weight, right? Until you get to your goal weight, you have to run a calorie deficit. Once you've run a calorie deficit for a long enough period of time and you feel like you've hit your goal weight, then you can just do maintenance and just eat your normal calorie amount that you're supposed to eat, right? It's the same exact thing. Like, you have to, in my opinion, in my experience, you have to grind really, 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 really hard. And then once you reach that point of success, you can just chill. Right? I think it's different. Some people grind harder the more success they get. Yeah, I mean, there are the Mr. Beasts of the world that are just like, I don't even know why they work that hard. Like, I genuinely don't know why Mr. Beast cares so much about having the biggest YouTube channel. I don't get it. The man already has enough money that he could retire today if he wanted to. It's addicting, probably. Yeah, I also think you do have to be a little bit mentally ill as a streamer. Like, I think every single content creator that is successful is a little bit neurodivergent. It's a different blend for every content creator, I'm going to be honest. But I think you have to be a little bit like insane to want to do it. You know? Chasing high scores IRL, right? But anyway, okay, back to the stream.
Albomegalol, you're a Twitch streamer. I mean labor and work strictly from who is generating the value. Sense. It doesn't mean that like Twitch streamers are working in the fucking coal mines. Obviously not. We have pretty cushy gigs overall. There's obviously some negative sides to this job that many of us hide, but other than that, it's pretty good. You know, I've worked a normal job and I've done this, and let me tell you something. You know, it's much nicer. I have a lot more autonomy. Okay. So, as I was stating, Twitch popping off like this is a tale as old as time itself. You have a larger company that owns you, that decides to squeeze you into becoming more profitable, and then
squeeze you flushed.
That company tells you to make decisions. You panic, and you make decisions that actually end up harming the content creators because you're squeezing them for a little bit more value to get out of them, which ultimately makes, it's ultimately what Amazon does all the time. Twitch currently does not hold a full monopoly over the live streaming space, but is pretty powerful in the space. Its competitors have fallen off. They're either like completely irrelevant projects like DLive, or they are, you know, they've gone the way of default like Mixer, which was owned by Microsoft, or it's YouTube, and YouTube doesn't care too much about the live streaming space right now. So Twitch doesn't really have any significant, serious competition in the live streaming space, which is why they can get away with this, because what are you going to do? Go stream on Rumble? Are you going to go stream on Kick? You know, that's usually what Twitch's mentality is in this space. Are you going to go to Facebook? You're going to go to Facebook Gaming? So a lot of these platforms have benefits and negatives. You know, they have positives and negatives, but ultimately there's a reason why I like to always say YouTubers like Moist Critical, for example, still stream on Twitch for a reason. Moist Critical has, 12 million subscribers, 13 million subscribers on YouTube, yet here he is not live streaming on YouTube. He's live streaming on Twitch. That is a very clear and very obvious benefit. That implies that there's a very obvious benefit to streaming on Twitch, okay? Whether it could be diversifying your revenue streams, or whether it's because...
Hi, Scooters. Hi.
Because it's the best live streaming platform out there right now. Twitch knows that, and that is precisely why they make actions like this, because they think you can't really go anywhere. You know, good luck. This is where the audience is. This is where the revenue is.
But that's also why I said earlier, it's such a bizarre thing to do. To make these insane plays when there actually are alternatives. Like I saw multiple people, mutuals even, on my feed that were saying they went and kick streamed yesterday and they enjoyed their experience.
And, you know, you got nothing else going on. You can't really go anywhere else. Okay? So, he says that he's later trying to leave Twitch later in his video. That's fine. But I'm talking about right now as it stands. The reason why I'm talking about right now as it stands is because I need you to understand why Twitch is able to make these decisions. Do you get what I'm saying? Now, people might leave because of said decisions now, but the reason why Twitch thinks they can make these decisions is because of the things that I just mentioned. Do you understand? Do you get it?
And yeah, I can't get down with the kick streams. The vibes from Aiden alone are bad enough, but look at the other shit they do. Not solid, not a vibe or choice. Yeah. Dude, like, I like how I tweeted on my alt account. I tweeted on my alt account this. 1 second. So, like, do I have to move to Kick now? I'm going to KMS, keep myself safe. And then immediately after tweeting this, Aiden Ross was like, wait a minute, wait. What if I did some transphobia? Like, literally, I tweeted this within a few hours. Aiden Ross was like, I'm going to tell Hasan he should kill himself, and I am going to do transphobia, and I'm going to say that someone else should be stoned. And I'm like, okay, I get the message, God. I get it. To the greater powers in the world, I get it. I'm sorry. Okay? I'm sorry for even uttering those words. I apologize. I'm sorry. Denims caused this.
Okay. That's why Twitch thinks it has a damn near monopoly on the live streaming space. Chica4273, thank you for the 521 gift.
A streamer generates is through sponsorships, whether it's sponsored game deals for like X amount of hours streaming a game, or just ancillary partnerships with other brands that you will promote during your stream. That's where the majority of streamers' revenue comes from. Like almost all of the top 500 streamers, that is their biggest driver of revenue. Subs and donations are a small part compared to sponsorships. So Twitch targeting that is like the only decision they could make that legitimately would drive all of their top 500 streamers elsewhere if they can no longer pursue partnerships comfortably on the platform. This is a platform.
Not gonna lie, when the face of Kick is Aiden and has the same name as Kick with green letters is not taking off. Yeah. I don't know why they... Unironically, Kick would be a good platform if they just didn't have Aiden and Trainwrecks. Also, Scooch, thank you for the tier 1. Thank you. Okay. Helltrack, thank you for the 6 months. Thank you. Oh, hi, Gremlo. Oxy came over my apartment yesterday and she brought some hot Cheetos. So I'm going to go grab some because I'm kind of getting a little hungry. So I'm just going to be back. Just give me like a minute. I'll be back in a minute.
Destroying moment. This is up there with Tumblr banning porn, or that day that OnlyFans decided they were going to ban porn. It is it's Armageddon for the platform. This would sink Twitch, without exaggeration. Let's talk about some more specific examples. Tournaments, video game tournaments, or even just any general events could no longer function on Twitch because for those tournaments to exist, they have sponsors. And as part of those sponsorship packages, the events, like a Smash event or a Valorant event, are obligated to play those sponsored ads.
I'll pause this for a second and just say this. It is so insane that I didn't even for a second take this as seriously as every other content creator did. Well, one, I didn't because I don't ever take any sponsorships to begin with. And two, I didn't take it seriously because it's such a insane change that there is no way in hell that they would go through with this because they would eradicate the one area that they actually dominate everywhere else on, okay, across the board. And that is live events. People still come to Twitch for video game releases because Twitch has drops. People still come to Twitch for live events because this is the live event platform, okay? Sponsored, streamed live events is what people watch here. Esports is what people watch here. That's fucking nuts. That is so profoundly stupid. There's just no way. There's no way that they would do that because it would literally be like taking a gun out and shooting yourself in the foot first and then in the head for no fucking reason, okay? You're not using the gun to shoot someone else. You're not using the gun to rob a bank. You're just killing yourself for no reason, out of nowhere. Makes no sense.
During the event, which has now entered Santa Claus's naughty list here on Twitch. It's illegal. You're going.
Do people really drink G Fuel or play World of Tanks? Lamau, Cry Me a River, top 500 streamers. Hee hee. Well, I'm in the top 500. I don't have a single fucking sponsorship. And let me tell you, a lot of people that are in the especially bottom of the top 500 or a lot of normal, smaller Twitch streamers absolutely rely on the additional income to be able to consistently stream. And also, it shouldn't even be a limitation because if you want to make, if you are a professional streamer, if you're a streamer, okay, and that's the way you want to generate revenue, then it's ridiculous that a platform would stop you from doing that, okay? Like, why is the platform trying to take away your decision
Let's make our
power?
own platform called Snapstream where every stream is legally deleted and I will make an alt and say some really mean things.
I like that idea. I like it.
In how you want to generate revenue. Well, I know why. It's because Twitch wants to make more money. They want to be the ones who are the people responsible for selling you ads so that they can take a cut off of those ads. If they were offering this as a purely voluntary way to do such a thing, then that's great. Maybe a lot of small streamers would maybe take advantage of the Twitch advertisement sales team. They wouldn't have to do any of the big business deals. They wouldn't have to do any of the red line. They don't have managers, let's say, possibly. And now they can use Twitch's legal team and all of its other offerings to be able to conduct these deals. They don't have an in-house sales team, so now Twitch's in-house sales team helps them out. If this was purely voluntary, then that's great. But it's not purely voluntary. As a matter of fact, this would be a gigantic limitation. Okay? Let's continue.
The fucking slammer, you're going to jail if you play a sponsored ad during your stream from these policy changes. So let's take, for example, Valorant. Valorant has an eBay deal. So during intermission in between games and Valorant broadcasts, they play eBay ads. Not anymore. Not anymore, Buster. You can't do that.
Also, like, I'm pretty sure that, like, a big reason why Twitch took off in the first place was because of events like LCS. And events like LCS, for anyone who doesn't know, it's like LCS, I'm pretty sure it's like League, like the League Pro Games. And the only reason those events can be hosted is because of baked-in sponsor ads. They're literally biting the hand that feeds them. Like the things that got them the traction in the first place and got them like their audience in the first place, they're like, fuck you guys. Like I know myself, I didn't get into Twitch until Overwatch League. I saw Overwatch League. I wanted to watch it because I was a fucking nerd who really loved Overwatch. And I saw that they were hosted on Twitch. And I was like, okay, well, I guess I have to watch it on Twitch. And then I ended up on Twitch and I stayed on Twitch. Like, it's just, it's insane. I'll never forget the boom that happened because of Drake and Ninja. Yeah. Dark, by the way, thank you for the Prime sub. Thank you. Thank you so much.
That shit, you outlaw. Listen here, Bubba. No more of that shit. Now, there's something very interesting to note here is that YouTube actually has a similar policy that a lot of people are bringing up to compare the two right now. But Twitch's enforcement and the way that they spoke about it seems very different than the enforcement of YouTube. And from everything I've read, YouTube doesn't really enforce this policy even at all to begin with. It's just kind of there as a blanket in case things get exploited or misused.
No, it's a blanket in case YouTube, just like Twitch is doing right now, wants to extract more revenue out of their content creators. That's why it's there. Make no mistake. Maybe it has a secondary component to like ending some level of exploitation or whatever, or not, some like weird third-party ad service that's like taking advantage of the situation or something. I don't know, taking advantage of like content creators or whatever. But the real reason why is because they want to extract more revenue, not from the fucking...
I would argue that a very big secondary reason, by the way, chat, is also that websites like YouTube and websites like Twitch have to stay ad-friendly, like advertiser-friendly, and they don't want Twitch streamers and YouTube streamers getting on their platforms and streaming ads for, like, unsavory things. Like, they want to be able to have something to fall back on and say, hey, actually, you're not even allowed to do this. Because they don't want ads for things like gambling sites or whatever the fuck,
Consumers who are on the purchase side of the product, but from the contracted employees that aren't like full-time employees, they're content creators. They get a 1099 from ABC if they're at YouTube, or a 1099 from Amazon if they're at Twitch. Those are the people they are trying to squeeze in order to try and make the company more profitable.
But either way, there is something comparable on YouTube, but not nearly as egregious or as frightening as what Twitch is proposing. Now, when this policy change first got announced, we immediately tried reaching out to as many people as...
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this was like off of the backs of like everything related to Fansly and the controversy with Fansly. I wouldn't even be surprised. Because, like, a lot of policies that we have, at least legally, and in contract law and in like a bunch of other things are like this. So for example, how do I broach this topic? Let me think. Statutory rape laws. The reason that we have laws that tell you you cannot have consensual sex with anyone under 18 years old is because we want to dissuade people from doing this so much so that we're willing to just blanket make it illegal. Oh no, the libertarians are going to raid us. Yeah. We care so much about teenagers not getting abused by their teachers that we're willing to be like, nope, this is not happening. None of this is happening. In fact, if you even so much as like touch a student in a weird way, you're getting fired. We don't want it to go to court and then for there to be an argument on whether or not someone was coerced or whether or not someone was like, taken advantage of or whatever, or if it was consensual or if it wasn't. We don't want to have that argument. We want to say, hey, if you are an adult and you are around people that are under 18, you are not allowed to do anything at all, ever. Because we want to dissuade the behavior so much. It's just like a sort of fallback so that in a court case, you don't actually have to argue. You don't have to prove that someone was coerced. You can say, actually, this is illegal just because they were under 18. It's the same sort of concept. Arguing semantics is hard, but making blanket things illegal is easy. Big Man Twitch, thank you so much for the 3 months. Thank you. In Twitch's case, because they're a corporation, all of their policies end up just relying on one basic criteria, which is how do we take as much money from everyone involved as possible? How do I take as much money from the streamers as possible? How do we take as much money from sponsors as possible? How do we take as much money from viewers as possible? Bruh. Someone in chat. Monka.
Possible for some clarity, because the way that it reads seems like it's going to have a massively detrimental impact on our esports org, Moist Esports, thanks to the way we do our watch parties. And from
our ABC alphabet, sorry, Google.
All the information we've gathered, it seems like we're in some fucking hot water there, which is not good. Opera GX sponsors our esports team, and as part of that sponsorship deal, during our watch parties when we're cheering on our teams, we play our own custom Opera GX ads that we made ourselves with green screen, like where I'm a pirate or a fisherman, those kind of really goofy over-the-top ads, we play those. But now that whole concept is more forbidden than human transmutation in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. We can't do that anymore, which is a huge hit to our esports org, since Opera GX pays us under the expectation that we're also going to be doing those ads during our watch parties, which we can't do anymore. We also have a banner ad for Opera GX during the watch parties, which we can't use anymore. So the main two things Opera GX is sponsoring our esports org for is been banished to the fucking Shadow Realm. So what are they paying us for if we're to continue doing watch parties on Twitch? And it's entirely out of our control. It's not like we're choosing not to fulfill our obligations with Opera GX. Twitch just wouldn't allow us to, or else my channel would get banned on Twitch for doing so, I imagine. Now, Opera GX has been an extraordinary partner. I don't think they'd actually drop us for it, but they would have every reason to, because they wouldn't be able to get what they were paying for with our esports org and our watch parties anymore, because Twitch isn't allowing it in its current state, at least not as it stands from their first pass of this policy. It's just so fucked up. Now, it's not just, our esports org or, top streamers or anything like that. It's any streamer that would pursue sponsorships, which is a lot of them. Big and small streamers, all of them alike, do rely on sponsorships. And this hits everybody equally. It fucks everyone in the face all the same. It is an extremely greedy and corrupt, degenerate decision from Twitch. It is fucking disgusting. It's definitely worth mentioning that I have seen some arguments being made.
It's the offensive levels of greed that are sad. Like, taking 50% of our revenue, not enough. Taking 45% of ads, not enough. Taking a chunk off of bits, not enough. making the platform dog shit, not enough.
Where Twitch might.
You're being biased. People have been leaving this platform because of their
If Twitch
bullshit
wasn't
terms and
dumb,
conditions,
they
and they
would
ban people
integrate
for
the burning
literally
ads
as
into the
small as
Twitch
showing guns.
ecosystem itself. Like during a sponsorship segment, your pre and mid-roll ad would be the sponsor's ad. Like if you're going to be an evil corporation, at least do it properly.
Wait, I'm being biased. I haven't even said anything. Where's the bot? I don't even. What? I didn't even say. Now are you just imagining what I'm
Imagine there's no heaven.
saying? Now what's happening? White guy 1. Are you here from the future? Did you decide what I was going to say on the subject? That's interesting. Okay.
Follow YouTube's example here and won't enforce it strictly.
Yeah,
Like
by the way, I don't know if you know this white guy 1, but I've shot guns on this broadcast on the platform and certainly on this broadcast. Hold on.
might
someone's
just
here.
reserve this policy for bad actors only. And I guess that is entirely possible, but there's just no way of knowing. We just have to wait and see how it all plays out. But there's very clear ways this could be implemented that hurts every single person who uses the platform. And personally, I feel the reason why they're even making this policy update in the first place isn't necessarily to follow suit with YouTube or something as like a fallback protocol in case there's bad actors misusing branded content somewhere. I feel the reason they're doing it is to try and push all their streamers to do everything through Twitch. Do all of their sponsorships through their sponsorship programs. That way they can get a cut of everything. That's how I interpret all this. That's how I feel the motivation behind it is misguided, it's mismanaged, it's completely lost, it's geriatric, it's run by octogenarians, it's out of touch, and it is desperate. It is desperately trying to get its grubby little fingers, just plant these little piggies in each pie that happens on their platform, and that comes right out of the streamer's income. We've already seen them do that with the sub revenue, where they're dropping everyone to 50-50 sub revenue forever, non-negotiable, and now they're doing it for sponsorships because on Twitch, all streamers, a lot of them are doing sponsorships, and when they do, Twitch sees nothing from it. They don't get any portion of sponsorships done by streamers on their platform, and that makes them furious. They got steam coming out of their ears. So this is their attempt to try and force streamers to...
Yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier, that a lot of people are speculating the reason that they're putting all of these things in place is because they want to try and take a cut off of it. They want to be the middleman so that they can take a cut off of the money.
Comply with Twitch's ad incentive program or their branded content program, such as like the Twitch Bounty Board. The Twitch Bounty Board works kind of like a sponsorship where companies have approached Twitch to do like sponsored game deals, and streamers can go into their bounty board, click and see what's there, and then choose to take a deal where they're getting paid X amount of dollars for X amount of hours. And if they do that, Twitch gets a large portion of that income. To me, It just seems like the direction Twitch is going is do everything through us or else. It's only been...
Yep. That's exact. Charlie is right on this. You have been biased. You have defended Twitch in the past. Also, just because you haven't been banned doesn't mean they don't ban others. White guy, once again.
What? 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 What?
I have been banned more times than whatever content creator you are talking about. I am, out of the top content creators on the platform, probably the content creator that has been banned the most. I've been banned more times than even XQC, if I'm not mistaken.
But do you have any idea why Twitch is banning simulcasting?
Oh, they're banning it because they don't want streamers to leave. Like, simulcasting is a very easy way to get streamers to like recognize that their platform is insanely garbage. And if you can simulcast, you can push your viewers to stop watching you on Twitch. If I was streaming right now on Twitch and YouTube, which is what I did for a little bit, but then I was scared I was going to get banned, so I stopped doing it, and I got tired of managing so many chats. But if I could simulcast right now, I would just move everyone over to YouTube because I would be like, guys, if you want to watch this stream and you don't want to have to deal with ads, go to YouTube. Go to YouTube right now. I'm streaming it on Twitch and YouTube. Go to YouTube. There's no ads. And guess what? If you're watching the stream and you're enjoying the stream and the streamer posts a link that they can watch your stream just literally without ads, every single person in chat is going to click it. Like literally every single person is going to do that.
That's what we looked at, right?
Can it do the opposite, move your fan base to Twitch? Why the fuck would anyone ever go from YouTube streams, from a YouTube stream to a Twitch stream? Why? Yeah, the transition between platforms is the riskiest. Simulcast would smooth that out. Exactly. And like for me, it's like I just don't want to deal emotes. I mean, between dealing with emotes or ads, it's like I would just give up the emotes. I would give up the emotes because I would want, and also you have to understand, like, the majority of viewers in any given stream are lurkers. The majority of viewers, lurkers, rise up, lurkers. The majority of viewers in every single Twitch stream are lurkers. People who are never going to type. They don't want to type. And that's fine. I'm a lurker. I am a giga lurker. I'm such a lurker. Honestly, it's a couple of reasons that I'm a lurker, but I am a huge lurker. It's like, I don't want to type. I'm enjoying the stream. Maybe I'm playing a video game. Maybe I'm doing work on the side. Maybe I'm just watching the stream and having a good time, but I have nothing to say. You know? And all of those people would gladly move to YouTube. They would gladly be like, maybe they'll show up to Twitch every day and then they'll click the YouTube link every day. But I know for me, if I had a streamer that I really liked to watch and I enjoyed watching, and they told me I could go watch the same exact stream at the same exact time, but with no ads, I would do it immediately. I would do it immediately. Are you kidding me? I thought you can't do React type content on YouTube, so how would you stream on YouTube? You would just have to be very careful about the type of videos you react to. But I'm already very careful about who I react to. I basically only react to content from friends because I know that they're not going to DMCA me or get me into like drama or whatever the fuck. Like, I've talked about it before. The reason why I play Hasan's videos at the beginning of stream is because I have his explicit permission to do so. And because I know he doesn't give a fuck. And when I used to play videos from other content creators, like people would get upset. They'd be like, do you have permission for this? Hey, do you have this? Hey, how about this? Hey, how about this? And I'm like, you know what? No, fuck you guys. I'm just going to play videos from content creators who I know aren't fucking insane. And I spoke, what was the last time I had hung out with Hasan? I think it was like, was it Creator Clash? I think it was Creator Clash. We were talking and I was just like, by the way, do you care that I play like your content at the beginning of the stream? Is that cool? And he literally looked at me right in the eyes. He was like, yeah, cool. I don't give a fuck. Do whatever you want. It's fine. That's why I play his content at the beginning of stream. Because it gives you guys something to watch while I'm getting ready. It gives viewers a time to like get in. So that everyone can like roll into the stream. And I know he doesn't give a fuck. He literally doesn't give a fuck. Like, I'm just not going to play content from YouTubers who I don't know. Yeah, there was like the CGP Grey controversy or whatever with Ludwig, where Ludwig reacted to a video by CGP Grey. And then that guy like DMCA striked him. He copyright striked him or whatever. It's like there's a lot of YouTubers who are just like, do not watch my content. Do not watch my content. I don't want you to fucking touch my content. But like any friends of mine that I like, I'll ask them and I'll be like, is it cool if I watch your content? Is it cool if I just play your videos at the beginning of the stream? And they say, yeah. Like, I have explicit permission. I should do this more often. I have explicit permission from, you guys know Daily Dose of Internet? I have explicit permission from him that I can watch his content or I could play his content anytime on my stream. And that's what I do now. It's just like, unless you are a major corporation like Vice News or something where I know it doesn't matter if I play your stream because everyone involved is already getting paid for their videography and their writing and everything, or you're a friend of the channel, I just don't play any content. Support or feeding. Thank you so much for the 4 months. Thank you. Daily Dose is also based. Yeah. Express permission from the owner creator. Yeah, exactly. Is Daily Dose content just other people's content as well? Yeah, but he has a company. He pays a company to get like access to those videos, so he pays for all of that content. It's like curated content that he pays for. So it's like, hey, maybe someone has a viral video that, yeah, he licenses it. Thank you. Thank you. The lawyer is in chat. 1 second. Did I ever put this through? There we go. So he licenses it. He pays them some blanket fee. And then he says, okay, I'm going to put these videos on. So everyone is getting paid for their content. And he credits people when needed. Yeah, exactly. And I have zero interest in playing content at the beginning of my stream from people I don't know. I'm good. I fuck with that heavy. Yeah. That way it's like, everything is above ground. Everything's legal. He has explicit permission to make money off of that. And everyone like kind of wins. So maybe you make a video that goes viral. You get paid a few hundred to a few thousands of dollars. And someone else gets to post it on their channel. And there's like, not only do you get paid, you get exposure. You get like permission. Everything's good. Love that when everyone wins. Yeah. And obviously, if you think that the rate is not fair, you can be like, no, you're not allowed to use my video. No, I don't feel like you're paying me enough. No. And that's fine. It's super dope. Yeah, it's really, really cool. The number of times I've gone to the source of one of his videos, of one of his clips to share it with people. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, Mr. Easy Money, thank you so much for the gift up to Capri. Thank you. Thank you. No, Daily Does is very cool. He's very cool. He's actually going to be in LA for VidCon very soon. So I'm excited. I love to hang out with my friends. My friends. Friends, white people happy. Okay, I'm going to press play to this.
We looked at this like a couple months ago. I get banned a lot. So you're wrong. The reason why I still defend the terms of service in spite of its vagueness, and it's certainly something that needs a lot of transparency. The reason why I defend terms of service across the board, or like a rigorous application of the terms of service, is because I believe that that's good to create an environment that is more positive. I don't think that you should allow hate speech on your platforms. I think Twitch does a good job of at least combating that better than other places. Not doing the best job, but I don't think he's right that Twitch wants to take over sponsor sales. I think the reason why Twitch is doing this...
Elwig.
And you can get on the call if you want, Ludwig. The reason why Twitch is doing this, I believe, is because they want to take over sponsorship sales and have an additional revenue stream. That's my speculation. That's my suspicion. But yeah, get in the fucking call right now. Get in the call right now, you right-wing content creator.
You right-wing piece of shit.
YouTube lover. Do it, coward. Why is your PFP Linus as odd? Hello?
Yo, how's it going?
Why is your PFP Linus?
I like his tech tips.
Okay. That's the reason?
Yeah.
Wait, how the fuck do I turn back streaming mode on? Oh, streamer mode. There it is. Okay. Enabled it. I was doing some stuff earlier, and I had to turn it
sounds like
off.
he's calling from the closet. Ludwig, it's Pride Month. You don't have to call from the closet.
Off. What's up, dude?
How you doing?
We haven't talked in a long time, and we even have something that we have lined up together potentially in the future. And
all
even
you
then,
care about these days is business, bro.
that's fucking insane. That's the only reason why you ever talk to me. So, or when I'm live, so you can fucking get some clout.
I'm talking to you right now. I'm talking to you right now.
It's true. Okay, so you did a mogul mail on Twitch, Twitch's downfall. So did Moist. I watched your mogul mail yesterday. It was all right. It was pretty good. I mean, you're a bit of a...
It was okay.
Like a jealous ex, I think, where you just immediately hop on anything that Twitch does wrong and immediately highlight it. But I respect that you also showed that YouTube does a similar thing in their terms of service, but they just don't follow through on it. But I do think that the main reason why they have that in the terms of service is, yes, so that they can potentially laser weird third-party applications or whatever. But most importantly, in the future, if they wanted to utilize it, they could, so that they could extract more revenue out of their content creators.
And it feels too fear-mongery. It feels like a very, very convenient reason that to bandwagon against Twitch. I think Twitch does a lot wrong. I just don't foresee a world where they're going to hire the staff that would be necessary for sponsorship opportunities for their, thousands and thousands of streamers.
Okay, but here's the problem, Mr. Elwig. Why did they push this sponsor thing? What other reasons are there? I feel like there's only two reasons. A, they want to take a cut from it. B, they want to stay advertiser friendly, and they don't want content creators to be able to choose who they work with.
I just don't. I think you could maybe make an argument that they're trying to limit sponsors or reduce the scope of individual sponsors so that their media sales do better. Because
you mean their internal team that sells ads that whenever you click on your advertisement in your portal, potentially
some sort of concern on media sales because they reduce the amount of categories that you're allowed to sell individual sponsors on. They basically killed stake sponsored gambling in this update, which people haven't talked about, which was allowed. Dan Clancy even